What does a long-term partnership actually look like in practice, and how is that different from a transactional broker-insurer relationship?
Yeah, for me, there's a few key elements to a strategic relationship. One would be to have strong strategic alignment between both the broker and the insurer. It's equally important that we understand your strategy and that you understand ours, and that we mutually find the common ground. And that really is the foundation of the plan. And then I think the next element is then having a clear communication plan around how that translates from central conversations then into the regions and into day-to-day activity between our teams.
Yeah, I really agree with that. I think it's about being clear about what the business objectives are on a medium and a long-term basis, and then holding each other to account so that we're going to do what we say we're going to do.
Yeah, definitely. Next question for you. When the market comes under pressure, what behaviours really test the strength of that broker and insurer partnership?
Yeah, interesting time to be having this conversation.
Yeah,
isn't it?
definitely.
So I would say a lot of it comes down to communication, looking ahead, being open and transparent with each other as to some of the challenges that we're facing either way, and we have those conversations, don't we, Charlotte?
Yeah.
So I think that's the best way to tackle it, really. There's always going to be bumps in the road, and relationship will ebb and flow, but being clear on where you're heading in the longer term gives you the ability to be open with each other and have the confidence to approach challenging topics of conversation.
Yeah, on that foundation as partners.
Yeah, definitely. It's just having a really open, candid conversation and being clear what each other needs, and then finding that middle ground, because ultimately it's a customer who we're insuring, so we want to collaborate and bring that all together.
Yeah, and just making sure you're delivering for the customer.
Yeah.
Okay, so for both of you, can you share a specific example of where your partnership has really made a difference to an outcome?
Yeah, definitely. So one key area that we work really well together on is defining a specific product that we want to partner on and really committing to it. So I would say that that's been one of the real strengths in how we work together over the last few years, and something that we're continuously discussing how we continue to make progress in that specific area.
Yeah, I agree, and I think it's about doing what you say you're going to do and being really clear, and actually sometimes less is more. So we've collaborated and been really successful on some very key specific areas, and then also we've helped to span and scale those areas as well. So we've worked really well together on that basis.
Yeah, so that you're aligned on those really specific things.
Yeah.
There's often a perception that broker and insurer relationships are driven by pricing or product alone. Is that a misconception?
Yeah, that's probably an easy one to say it's a misconception. I think actually at the other end of the spectrum, some people also say that it's all about personal relationships, and I actually think that that's also a bit of a misconception. I think you need to have both sides of that conversation, or both sides of that scale, covered off, but really come back to that strategic alignment in the middle, driving it forward. If you layer that with the personal relationships, with the right products, and obviously the need to be competitive, then that creates the all-round package that's a strong foundation for a relationship moving forward.
Taking it away from a specific example of, say, one customer and looking at their renewal, it's about understanding the sector, the risk, how we can help a partner face that risk and insure it together. So I understand price is really important, covers and limits are really important, but it's managing and making sure that the risk is managed preemptive towards any claims. And I think it's really important that we're really clear on our proposition as well with the partner. So early engagement, asking the partner what is it they feel they need to achieve from that interaction. So yeah, I think communication is really important.
Yeah, just making sure that you know about the full proposition that we offer for our sector specialisms.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so for both of you, what comes to mind when you think of Markel?
Orange. No, look, I think they're fantastic people at Markel. You're really clear on your strategy, where you're heading. A lot of investment in product and price, so all of the key ingredients are there for a strong partnership. And when we layer on top of that the investment that we make at Partners and into the relationship, and that you also make to making that work, then that's been foundational for our success historically and a strong outlook looking forward.
I think it'd be cheating if I answered on Markel, so I'm going to answer on Partners and I'm going to say alignment. So I think we're really clear on what we want to do with each other, and that's what springs to mind, you know, in terms of it's a really exciting business. It's a partner that we want to make sure that we're close to, but we're planning for the long term together. So yeah, it's exciting too.
Also, my next question will be really interesting, so we'll go to Charlotte first on this one. So, what's next for our partnership in 2026 and beyond?
So in 2026 and beyond, lots of work. Getting a bit more of the regional teams together actually. We're looking at a few different initiatives. So it's about introducing more of the Markel team to some of the Partners and team, and then just improving that engagement in terms of looking at how our businesses change year on year and making sure our long-term plans are still clear.
Just keeping that alignment at all levels and consistently.
Yeah. Investment.
Yeah, I think without giving too many spoilers away, there's always plenty of ideas as to how we can move the relationship forward. Doubling down on the areas that we've been successful in and evolving that as the world around us changes. And then the second part to it is exactly as you've described, Charlotte, keeping an eye on what's changing your end, how your proposition's evolving, and how that overlaps with our recruitment and acquisition plans. There's always some interesting conversations in that area too.
Yeah, sounds really exciting. Thank you both for talking to us today.
Thanks for having me.
No worries.